Okay, this is Unit 11 translation. This one should go pretty quickly. We're picking up, I should say, where we left off, which was with the halacha, with the machloket about avid inish tila nafshe or lo avid inish tila nafshe. Can a person take the law into their own hands or not take the law into their own hands? Can you use physical force in order to get back something that belongs to you, something that you're owed? And as we pointed out last time, there's a machloket in a situation where there is no permanent loss at stake. Rav Nachman says you could still take the law into your own hands. Rav Yehuda says you are not permitted to take the law into your own hands. This Gemara begins with a challenge to Rav Yehuda based on the statement of Ben Bagbag and tries to solve that problem in two different ways. Here we go. So Mativ Rav Kahana. Rav Kahana brought the following challenge. Brought a challenge for the following statement. Ben Bagbag Omer. Ben Bagbag said. Now Ben Bagbag, as we pointed out, we looked at him in class, is a Tana. He comes from the times of the Mishnah. We saw him quoted in Pirkei Avot, which are Mishnayot. And if Ben Bagbag says something that contradicts what Rav Yehuda says, you can't just say it's a machloket because Rav Yehuda is an Amora. He comes from a later time. Right? The fact that it says Rav Yehuda, not Rebbe Yehuda, tells you that he's an Amora. And the authority relies with Ben Bagbag, who's a Tana. Therefore, it's a problem for Rav Yehuda if Ben Bagbag says something that goes against what he says. So what does Ben Bagbag say? Al tikanes lechatzer chavercha. Don't enter the property, the courtyard, literally, of your friend. Litol et shelcha, to take what is yours. Shelo b'risha, without his permission. Why? Shema tiralav alav kiganav. Because you might, Shema maybe tireh alav, you might look to him kiganav, like a thief. Ella, what should you do instead? Because you can't break into their house. Ella, shavor et shinav, break his teeth, the Omer lo, and say to him, Sheli ani notel, I am taking Sheli, mine, ani notel, I am taking what's mine. So what seems here is a direct problem for Rav Yehuda. Rav Yehuda says you can't take the law into your own hands, and clearly here Ben Bagbag says, break the person's teeth and say, I'm taking back what's mine. So how are you going to respond to that? So the Gemara now has two responses to this challenge of Rav Kahana. Amar le, he said to him, which implies that Rav Yehuda is responding directly to Rav Kahana who brought this challenge. They were contemporaries, so that makes sense. Amar le, he said to him, Imach, with you, literally means, is the truth really with you? Are you so right? Is it so true that Ben Bagbag is correct? Ben Bagbag yichida'ahi. Ben Bagbag is yachid. He's a singular opinion. Who he is? He's a singular opinion, right? Usually, as you pointed out, usually, if there's an opinion that everyone agrees upon, it doesn't say Ben Bagbag Omer, Rabbi Kiva Omer, Rabbi Meir Omer. It just says, here's the law. The fact that it mentions his name implies that he might be, not necessarily 100%, but he might be a singular opinion. Who pligi rabbanan aleh, and the rabbis argue with him. So, that's solution number one to this problem. That you're right, Ben Bagbag goes against me, says Rav Yehuda, but maybe most people don't follow Ben Bagbag. He's a singular opinion of a Tana. Now Rav Yehuda doesn't really have any proof for this, so maybe that's why the Gemara tries another answer. Rabbi Yanai said, here's the following answer: My shavor et shinav. My what? Meaning, what does it mean? In quotes, shavor et shinav, break his teeth, right? We thought break his teeth means physically break the person's teeth. I mean, you could take the law into your own hands, use physical force. No. My shavor et shinav. What does shavor et shinav mean? Badin, in court. Shavor et shinav is a euphemism for taking somebody to court. And we pointed out the Haggadah, when trying to prove the Rasha wrong, says hakei et shinav, blunt his teeth, take the sharpness out of his teeth. Maybe removing someone's teeth, breaking someone's teeth, is a euphemism for saying you prove them wrong. And that's what Rabbi Yanai is claiming here. That Ben Bagbag's statement doesn't go against Rav Yehuda. Ben Bagbag's statement actually means you have to go to court. Shavor Shinav means badin. Again, Rabbi Yanai, Rabbi Yehuda said, "My Shavor Shinav." What does Shavor Shinav mean? Badin, in court. So Gemara now disproves this. Hachi, if this is so, if it's true that it means in court, the Omer lo, and he says to him, the Omrim lo mi baile, they say to him mi baile, it should say. Sheli ani notel, Sheli mine, I am taking. Shelohu notel, he could take what's his. Mi ba'ilay, it should say. Meaning, if Ben Bagbag actually meant in court, it should say instead of saying break his teeth in court and and say to him, I'm taking what's mine, you say you break his teeth in court, and they will say to him, meaning the court, Shalom, he is taking what's his. The court would be speaking here. But clearly Ben Bagbag talks as if there's only one person speaking, not the court. And therefore it's clear that we're not talking about a court. The Gemara says Kasha. That the Gemara says, in fact, this is a difficulty for Rabbi Yannai's answer. Rabbi Yannai's answer is not so strong. So now just reading it from the top one more time. Mati Rav Kahana. Rav Kahana challenges Rav Yehuda with the following statement. Ben Bagbag Omer, Ben Bagbag, who is a Tana, says, don't enter your friend's property. To take what's yours, without permission. Why? Because you might seem to him like a thief and he might hurt you. Ella, rather, Shavorat Shinav, break his teeth, Omer lo, and say to him, I'm taking what's mine. Sounds like you can take the law into your own hands against Rav Yehuda. Amar le, Rav Yehuda said back to Rav Kahana, Imach. Is the truth really with you that this is right? Ben Bagbag Yechidahu. The Ben Bagbag is a singular opinion. Upaligi Rabbanan, and the rabbis argue with him. There's no 100% proof for that, but Ben Bagbag the statement is mentioned only Ben Bagbag's name, so it's possible that everyone else argues with him. That's why it says it that way. There's no proof to that. So the Gemara brings another answer. Rabbi Yannai says maybe no. Here's an answer. My Shavor Chinav. What does Shavor Chinav mean? Badin, in court. That's what Ben Bagbag meant when he said Shavor Chinav. And I'm taking back what's mine. It meant in court, not physically. So it's not a proof you could take the law into your own hands. The Gemara disproves this. If so, says the Gemara, if so, the amor lo, and he should say to him, the omrim lo, they say to him, mi ba'ile, it should say, sheliani yonotel, I'm taking what's mine, shelo hu notel, he's allowed to take what's his, mi ba'ile, it should have said, because again, it would be Beit Din who's talking. Gemara says Kasha. This is indeed a difficulty, and Rabbi Yannai's answer is rejected. So we basically end up with two answers to solve for Rabbi Yehuda. The first one, there's really no proof for. Ben Bagbag is a singular opinion. Yeah, it says Ben Bagbag Omer, but there's no one really is quoted as arguing with him. And the second answer, Rabbi Yannai, is rejected based on the wording, which maybe explain why we do follow the opinion that a person can take the law into their own hands.